Welcome to my mukbang. Oh, there. Welcome to my mukbang. I think I've said my blessing, but if I haven't, I'm going to say it again. Amen. Alrighty. Let's see. I have potato salad. Woo-hoo. And I made this one of the potatoes from the food wrap. I think the glasses on. I don't look as pretty. I don't look as pretty on the glasses. I'm gonna tell you something. It's hot in here. And this has potatoes. Oh, I shouldn't talk through my mouth. This has potatoes from the food wrap. It has potatoes from the food wrap that were boiled, well, they were peeled and boiled, chopped up. Mayonnaise, mustard, and chopped onions, but I can't seem to find any more chopped onions, so I guess between me and my husband we use them up. And celery. Celery. Two ribs, but for as many potatoes that was in there, it probably should have been 3 or 4, now that I think about it. And let's see what else. Paprika. Okay. Okay, paprika. A little bit of pepper. A smidge of cayenne pepper, okay? And some pimento. See if I can find some pimento in here. Ah, see? See that little bit of red? I don't know if you can make it out. Pimento. I didn't add any salt. chicken from Safeway. Apples. Dos apples. Almonds. I hear it's considered rude to hum when you eat, but sometimes when you're so happy, you feel so good, and you're by yourself, or you just with plain folks, you just feel like going when you eat. And it is good to have some fruit, preferably a wet type of fruit, when you have nuts, for the sake of your digestive tract. The more you know. It's hot in here. It's really hot. As I drink some hot tea. Hope I'm not making too much noise. But I don't know. I better drop something, didn't I? Yep, I did. So classy. One good thing about hot weather is your appetite goes down. But you can't not eat, because it seems like you're more likely to faint. Excuse me. So you can't not eat, you know. You can't not eat. You go out with an empty stomach, it's a bad idea. And then, if you have a problem with your blood sugar, there's going to be a problem if you don't eat. And then, especially if you go out. Especially if you go out in hot weather. So you must consider that. Now, oh, and there's eggs in this. There's eggs in this. Eggs, of course. I knew I was missing something. It was eggs. 4 eggs in this. 4 eggs. So, you know, you learn new stuff every day, and I'm excited because I think I'm going to make myself a little mini box laptop. I shared it with people on my Twitter, Miriam, Carol, Havard, is my Twitter. And what else? And I shared it with people that I know on Messenger. And I plan on getting the pieces if they're not too hard for me to get, because I don't know what they are. I mean, I'm a complete newbie at that type of thing, but that video from, it was called Technical Something. I'm so sorry. I'm going to put it, I'll let you know. I'll put it in the comments. Probably in the description card too. Yeah, that makes sense. But I am going to, if I can get it, I'm pretty sure I can get those pieces. I'm not that far off from modern technology, but I'm pretty far off because I want to make it. And if I do, I'm going to post it. And it's going to blow my mind. Absolutely blow my mind. But I like stuff like that. Oh, excuse me. It's just that, yes, I'm talking with food in my mouth. So few of us in these, what do you call them, us industrial nations, well, I'll say in my home country, USA, so few of us are really educated about food. We don't really know what we're doing. We'll eat something because people in our family have always eaten a certain type of food or whatever. Certain types of dishes, whatever. But we are not being mindful. We're doing it because it's always been done that way. And to think about it, 100, 150 years, whatever, and your ancestors were eating the same types of food or similar dishes, they're caloric. Well, not their caloric. How much of their calories, rather, that they consumed, that they burned, was at a higher ratio, because most people had to do things by hand, had to walk more. Even if they rode a horse, they were burning calories. And more of us are descended from people who had to walk or ride a beast of burden, as opposed to have somebody place them in a carriage and take charge that way. Most of us are descended, and most of our descendants are, or rather ancestors are, people who had to hand grind things, had to raise a lot of their food, and they didn't have electronic gadgets. The best they could have is mechanical gadgets, but a lot of mechanical gadgets that help still relied on muscle power, so you were burning calories. You walked more places. You know, further you go back, you didn't have any elevators, or elevators were a scarcity. So if there was more than one story where you lived or had to travel, you had to take the stairs, which burned those calories. And what I'm trying to say is, a person of our time can burn a whole lot less calories. Like even in my mother's day, okay, I'm 56. In my mother's day, when she was a young woman, and she'd pick up the phone, it was made of heavy Bakelite. And she had to go, you know, and then when I was a kid, they were made of lighter plastic, and you had to do that. You still had to do the dial, the rotary dial, and then you did like this, And now you can just hit a little button, and it dials the whole thing, and the phone is very, very lightweight. And so what I'm saying is, even a thing like that, you burn less calories, even just to talk on the phone. Something as simple as that. To go to work, to do the jobs that we have, to clean your house, you know? It's so much simpler. And so you're eating the basic cuisine of several generations ago, but you don't have the caloric demands that people from several generations ago had. So we do these things mindlessly. Excuse me. Excuse me. And we don't know why. We're not thinking about why our ancestors ate what they ate. They ate what they ate because of the region, what was available, as far as what the area provided and what their income would allow them, and custom and religion. But they learned about the plants, and they knew about the plants, and they knew how to get their energy up, or, you know, help them go long distances, or sustain them in the summer, sustain them in the winter, what have you. Now, here in our modern times, we just eat because this is the foods that our family, our culture, our people have always eaten, right? But then you go to the store and they have this prepackaged stuff, and you're like, okay, I want to try that. Or you're around different people, and that's cool. And they have different customs, and then you have manufacturers that just don't just want to sell you food like in the raw or in the basic, the fruits, the legumes, you know, the rices and wheats and barleys and or cuts of meat or fish, but they want to sell you something that they have put together, that is comprised of fruits and sugars or syrups, vegetables and salt and sugar and processed meat and stuff like that. So the food that we're getting is not essentially like the food that mom, grandmom, great-great-grandmom had. It's gone through changes. And we don't know a lot of times what's in them, but we don't know what has been done to them, and we don't know what the pros and cons of eating the almond or the apple. I mean, everybody heard, well, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And they're very, very healthy foods, beneficial, but why does it keep the doctor away? Why does that say? Well, for one thing, it's very good for your digestion, and that's very important. But there's other things too, and we've lost that, you know? And so we can have too much carbohydrates. We can have too much protein or not enough. Though in America, a lot of times it's too much protein, too much carbs, too much sugar, you know, not enough green, not enough water. We're not drinking enough water. And then we wonder why we have the ailments that we have, you know. So we need to not be mindless and mindful. So that's part of my journey. So that's something that I want to learn about and share with you. But, you know, I'm raw, you know. I'm green. I'm not an expert. I'm still learning. But I'm not that 16, 26, 36-year-old chick I used to be that was stronger and burnt more calories. I'm a 56-year-old woman who's carrying a lot of weight, got cholesterol issues, blood pressure issues, a host of other issues, and I have to eat mindfully, and I have to move around mindfully of that. So, and I know I do a lot of emotional eating. And I have to confront that. So, right now, I'm eating something that I consider very healthy, although I have some chicken, some leftover roast chicken. I'll probably make that into a sandwich. Maybe I'll post a picture of it. I don't know. But you live and you learn. But I want to do better. But to do better, you have to know better. But the fact that I'm doing this is helpful to me because it makes me confront what I have to do. So I thank everybody for tuning in. Like, comment. Maybe you're like, I didn't like that. Okay, say you didn't like it. Share why you didn't like it. And keep it within the proprieties of, civility. But tell me why you don't like it or you do like it. Share and subscribe. And I plan on doing more of these, or tell me if you don't want me to. And thank you. And have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, as it were. Bye.